Marcus Webb, 88,000 a year, 1,200 in savings, net worth negative. Then a stranger named Julian Cross sent him a message, and Marcus said yes. A woman named Elena Vasquez asked him one question, 4 words, and Marcus couldn't stop thinking about them. So Marcus did something unexpected. He texted her, and she said yes. What if the difference between being broke at 60 and being free at 60 is a single conversation you never had? By the end of this episode, Marcus will take the first real step, and you'll know exactly how to take yours. Subscribe to follow Marcus every step of the way, because this story is just getting started. Saturday, 8:58 a.m. Marcus arrived 2 minutes early. He wanted her to know he was serious.
I didn't think you'd reach out.
I didn't think I would either. You said something that stuck. You asked how old I was, like it was a problem.
It is a problem, but it's a fixable one. Forget everything you think you know about investing. Most people think it means picking stocks, watching tickers, trying to beat the market. It doesn't. This is an index fund. It tracks the S&P 500, the 500 biggest companies in America. Apple, Google, Amazon, all of it. When you buy in, you own a tiny piece of all of them.
So if one company tanks,
The others carry it. You're not betting on one horse. You're betting on the whole race. Over the last 30 years, the S&P 500 has returned an average of about 10% per year. Not every year. Some years it drops. But over time, it goes up. It always has. $500 a month. 10% average annual return. 20 years. Want to know what you get?
$382,000.
Most of that isn't even your money. It's the interest on your interest. That's compound interest. Einstein supposedly called it the 8th wonder of the world.
why didn't anyone ever teach us this?
Core lesson: index funds let you invest in hundreds of companies at once, reducing your risk. Compound interest means your returns earn returns. The longer you wait to start, the more you lose. That evening, Marcus opened his laptop, not to scroll, not to stream, to open a brokerage account for the first time in his life. Then his phone rang. It was Damon, which always meant one thing: money leaving Marcus's wallet.
I'm going to pass tonight.
He looked at the screen for a long time. VOO S&P 500 Index Fund, $500, then he clicked.
$500. I'd spent more than that on sneakers I wore twice, but this felt different. This felt like a door opening instead of closing.
Warren Buffett made 99% of his wealth after age 50, not because he got smarter, because compound interest had more time to work. If you invested just $1 a day starting at age 20, by 65 you'd have over $176,000. Not because you saved a lot, because you started early.
I was 31. I'd already waited too long, but I hadn't waited forever. There's a difference.
The difference between broke at 60 and free at 60, one conversation you decided to show up for, and one button you decided to click. 2 days later, a message, not from Elena, from Julian Cross. Marcus showed it to Elena. Her response was immediate. Marcus looked at his brokerage account, $500, his first. The line on the chart barely moved, but it was his and it was moving in the right direction. He looked at Elena's warning, then at Julian's message. Then he typed 4 words. Tuesday, 8 a.m., the Mercer Kitchen, Soho. Marcus walked in and found a man who looked exactly like his LinkedIn photo. Julian Cross was already there, already waiting, already smiling.